Well, good morning. So it is time to mix bread. So as you can see, she rose. She got up to probably about here, maybe even up here. She has fallen a little bit. That's okay. It's okay. You don't have to bake at peak rise with your starter. I promise you, it'll still be fine. It'll still rise perfectly and beautifully. Stop letting these people freak you out about this process. Just saying. So the first thing I'm going to make is the pumpkin loaves. So I start with, I'm doing a double batch. So typically it would be 100 grams of starter, but we're going to do 200. 200, look at that. That was good. It's even a little over, that's okay. Not a big deal. Tiny bit over is not going to hurt anything. And then we're doing 200 grams of pumpkin puree, which obviously I'm going to do 400, doubling this. So we're going to do, 400 grams, which should be this whole can. 25 grams of maple syrup, which of course I'm going to double to 50. This is what's going to give it sweet, a little more of a sweet taste to it, other than of course the cinnamon sugar that's going to swirl inside the loaf. 12 or 24 grams of salt. I always do my salt at this point. I don't wait like some people do. It's completely your preference. It's not going to change anything, I promise. I do it all the time, and people still rave about my sourdough loaves. So guess what? It doesn't make that much of a difference, you guys. It really doesn't. And then 240 grams of water, or 480 for a double. And then we're going to just mix this up all together. Okay, now we're going to add 500 grams of flour, so 1,000 grams for a double. Alright, so we've got a shaggy dough here. Sour cap over the top of that, and this is going to sit for an hour to let that flour get nice and moist with all of the moisture in the dough. Okay, so the next batch that I'm going to do is my olive oil sourdough recipe. So what this does is a couple of things. Number one, it makes the bread softer. So you get a little more of a sandwich loaf type texture instead of the crunchier. And same with the crust. The crust is a little softer, so it's not quite so hard. Some people don't like that, which is fine. I love it. I think it's great. I could eat it all the time. But I understand wanting it a little bit softer too for sandwich bread, things like that. So we're going to start out with making a double. So 250 grams of starter. This one's got a little extra starter to it, which is fine. Honestly, you can play around with your amounts of starter. It really doesn't make a huge amount of difference. The biggest difference that it makes is how quickly your loaves will rise, or your dough will rise. So if you put more starter in, the quicker it's going to rise. If you put less starter in, the longer it takes to rise. I haven't played around with that a whole lot, you guys, so I'm not exactly sure what's better or worse. Honestly, it probably doesn't matter, other than if you want to get a quicker rise so that you can bake quicker, then use more starter. Then you have to back off your water is all, and your water and your flour a little bit. So And then we're doing 80 grams of extra virgin olive oil. If you want a really, really good quality olive oil, you guys, you have to look for something that has a single origin olive oil. So it can't say that it's from several different countries around the world. You need a single. Now, this one is not. This is a cheaper version, so it's not going to be as quality. But if you want a really good quality, that's what you look for, is a single source olive oil. And then 20 grams of salt. Remember, I add my salt in ahead of time because that's what I like. You want to do yours when you put your flour in, go for it. Whatever floats your boat. And then 600 grams of water. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to stir this up. Good enough. So now we're doing 900 grams of flour. And then of course we're going to stir this up. Now, can you do this in a stand mixer? Sure, you can. I've never tried it just because, I don't know, I guess part of me is too afraid to overmix it, but honestly, as long as you're watching it, you probably can't. So I should probably try that at some point. I just haven't. Not only that, but usually I do bigger batches, so I'll do like 3 loaves at a time in a great big stainless steel tub. And that obviously is not going to fit in my little kitchen stand mixer. So, but if I'm just doing a single or a double batch, I should probably try it in the stand mixer just so that it would probably make things much easier for me, honestly. But I just haven't done it yet. Nice shaggy dough. Shower cap over the top. We'll let it sit for an hour. I get these cheap little plastic shower caps off of Amazon. I just get the large version of them so that it'll make sure it covers all of my big bowls. I can't do my big tubs with them because they're just not quite that big. But those I do, like I use like the press and seal, so it keeps them covered and sealed off so that they don't dry out. But anyway, so this will sit for an hour. Start our stretch and folds. Do 2 or 3 of those, and then they will sit on the counter and bulk ferment all day until they are ready to shape and stick in the fridge. All right, I hope you all have a great day. God bless. Have a wonderful Sunday.